guys, Zara here. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial inspired by Kendall Jenner. So I know I've done a couple or one makeup tutorial inspired by her, but she is gorgeous and I love her makeup all the time. So the picture I'm going to be doing today is this one from her Instagram. If you guys can see that one. It got over 1 million likes, was all over social media, but I didn't see a lot of people recreate it. I saw everyone recreating Kylie Jenner's lips at the time, so I screenshotted it and I was like, I'm going to do this makeup look because it is so glamorous, and it is kind of similar to things I usually do, like a goldy bronze eye, winged eyeliner, red lips, and lots of highlighting, contouring, but it's like extra glam, so I'm going to try and just make it super flawless today. So to start off, I'm going to be using some of MAC's Strobe Cream just to moisturize my skin as well as give an illuminating base. And for eye cream as well, I'm going to be using the It's Skin Brighten System eye cream because this is very similar to Strobe Cream where it gives that kind of pink illuminating base. And lastly, just some lip balm. This is the Maybelline Baby Lips in Mango Pie. Okay, so today I'm going to be using my NARS Shea Glow foundation, which I feel like is a foundation that I used to use all the time and I've kind of forgotten about for the last few weeks. So I'm going to go back and use it. I'm in the shade Medium Dark 3 Cadiz, and I'm going to buff that in using a Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. This brush is raved on about so much here on YouTube. And I've had it for so long but I've just never tried it, so I'm going to use it today and give you guys a bit of a first impression about this brush. Sigma have just come out with a limited edition copper one, so it will have, let me see if I can find one. So see how this one has a copper barrel, so they've come out with a limited edition F80 with a copper barrel, so if you guys love your rose gold, definitely check it out. So I've taken about 3 pumps of the NARS Shea Glow on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna work in sections of my face because this stuff tends to dry kind of quickly. So that's one layer of the NARS Shea Glow foundation using the Sigma F80, and it's gone okay. It's a little bit hard to buff around my nose. Just because the brush is like such a large surface. I think it's really good for cheeks, forehead, but just around this area it's a little bit hard. It's buffed in really well, really evenly. Like, I'm pretty impressed. I don't know why I didn't reach for this earlier. I'm just going to apply a thin second layer just to kind of this kind of acne scarring areas. Pretty flawless application using the Sigma F80. Pretty impressed. I can see why people rave about it so much. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my eyes just in case we get any fallout or anything. You can deal with that with the concealer later. So let's zoom you guys in. So Kendall has incredibly full brows in this picture, so I'm going to go with my Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Ebony to really fill mine in. I know people always say, why do you fill them in? You don't need to fill your eyebrows in. When you do pictures like this, like, there is no space. Like, it's just all, like, it's almost blocked out, but they make it look natural by keeping the inside part kind of feathery and whatnot. Like, see the difference? Like, that one just looks really full and like complete, whereas this one's got majorly sparse areas. And I'm just going to use the Eyeko brow gel just to set that in place and kind of make the hairs a little bit more obvious. Okay, so to prime my lids, I'm going to go in with the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Indianwood, and I'm going to blend that in using an xoBeauty round top blender brush. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Chi Chi Baked eyeshadow, so I will let you know the names of them as I use them, because the names are named after songs, so it's a bit random. Anyway, first off, all over the eyelid, I'm going to go in with the shade Burning Up, which is a golden bronze. Next, I'm going to take the shade Living on a Prayer, which is a medium matte brown, and just apply that into my crease. And then in with the same blending brush, I'm going to use the shade Crazy in Love, which is a warm shimmery brown. And just dabbing the tip of the brush into the shadow so I don't get too much on there. So I'm just going back into the shadow again and again to build up the colour because I'm starting very light. I don't want to go over the top. Now I want to go a little bit darker than that shade has given me, so I'm going to go in with this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in the shade Rich Espresso. And I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and blend things out because they're looking a little bit too harsh. So I feel like I've gone a little bit too high with the dark shadow, so I'm just going to go in with a brow highlight. This is the shade To the Moon and Back from Chi Chi. And just taking a Sigma large shader E60, I'm going to take a bit of that and apply that to my brow bone, then blend it in. And lastly, for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the shade If I Could Turn Back Time, which is a pearly eggshell shade. And lastly, along my lower lash line, I'm going to take some of that Rich Espresso shade on a Sigma E30 pencil brush, stopping about halfway. Next, let's do some liquid liner. So you guys know my favourite combination at the moment is the NYX Super Skinny Marker and the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner. Super skinny, easy to control, and Maybelline Master Precise just gives that really fine tip. Next, I'm going to take the Sigma Eclipse eyeliner pencil and apply that to my waterline. So for false eyelashes, I'm going to be using these ones from Velour Lashes. They're called Lash in City. These are my favourite. I've used them so many times and they last so long. I got them almost a year ago at IMATS, and IMATS is like in a few weeks, so these are really good. I always put a bit of eyelash glue on a bit of cardboard just to let it kind of semi-dry, and then I'll pop these on. So in the meantime, I'm just going to put one thin coat of mascara on just to kind of blacken up my lashes because like powder and stuff and eyeshadow gets onto them and it makes them really obvious next to false lashes. So I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Paris False Lash Telescopic Mascara. We're going to first go in with my Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Dark Peach just to correct my dark circles. And I'm just going to use a Models Prefer Airbrush Concealer Brush for this. Can you guys see the difference there? Like just around here it's really dark. Now you guys know that I love using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer to highlight just because it's really good consistency to blend out underneath my eyes and down the centre of my face. So I use the shade NW30. Now the reason I use this shade, a lot of people always ask like why this shade and isn't it too light or not light enough, blah blah blah. My shade is NC45. Well, I'm actually a little bit lighter than NC45, but NC40 is too light, so I'm NC45. So you want to go like, if this is warm tone, then you want to go cool tone, so opposite to your skin tone. And on top of that, I just went up like 3 shades, so NW30 it is. And then using my finger to apply it to the center of my face. And then using a beauty blender to blend all that out. So now to contour, I'm going to go in with my NARS Matte Multiple in the shade Cappadoce. And again, just using my beauty blender to blend that out. So now to set my entire face, I'm going to go into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Wardrobe, and first I'm going to take the shade Dim Light, which is this one, to set the highlighted area underneath my eyes and through the centre of my face. And for the contoured areas, I'm going to be using the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Dark Tan. Now I think Kendall's wearing a little bit of this really glowy peachy blush because it complements the red lipstick really well. So for blush I'm going to go in with a Super Luxe product, so sorry for those guys that are always asking me to use more drugstore. I'm going to use something Super Luxe for blush. This is the Burberry Light Glow Russet Blush in the shade number 1, and it looks like this. And I'm just going to use a Sigma Small Contour F05 to apply my blush. And lastly for lips, I'm going to be using my Australis Velour Lips in the shade NYC. And that's the finished makeup look. I am in love with it. I swear Kendall's makeup just looks flawless every time, and I love recreating her looks. If you guys have any other Kendall looks you want me to do, please send pictures through because I love doing them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oops, I should probably take this out. Whew. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.